Hi, my name's Lucy Harvey and I'm a presenter for Unity Radio 92.8 FM, the real sound of your city. Today I have got with me Alicai Harley. It is going to be an amazing interview. Do stay tuned. I hope you like it. And there's loads more where this came from over on Unity Radio's YouTube, so be sure to go and check it out.
Hey, hey, hey!
Hey.
Harley in the building.
How are ya?
Oh, I'm so good. We've got a Virgo in the house.
Yeah. Wait, are you a Virgo as well?
No, I'm not. You're a Virgo. You're the Virgo.
I know.
Virgos are really strong-minded and, powerful women when it comes to being a woman Virgo.
I got those.
I'm absolutely here for it. So, being in the spotlight, do you absolutely live for it, or are you a bit more like to go about your business, like to do your own thing? Because I did catch your tweet on Friday.
Yeah. Okay. All right. So with me, I guess I'm a person. I can be a people's person, but everybody needs a bit of time away. I kind of how can I put it? I wouldn't say I'm a people pleaser, but I kind of I wouldn't say no. It doesn't have to be a negative thing. It doesn't have to be a negative thing, but sorry.
Let's go with social butterfly, because it sounded like
you're
a people pleaser, but you're not a people pleaser.
No.
But a social butterfly, I like.
Yeah. And I like everybody to know that we're all humans. We're all on this level. I'm gonna say, regardless, I'm artist with a platform, but the blood's running the same. You know what I mean? So, but I mean, at the same time, that there's a lot that because of how I create my brand and because of how I am with my supporters and my fans, it can be a thing where, when do I actually get time if I don't stop? I'm gonna say so. So yeah, I guess I'm a social butterfly, but when I want my space, I want my space. Ease up, man.
Because you were just referring to Friday's tweet, sometimes I'm going to take days off and, that way I don't burn out. Burn out, Ali, not a place you want to be. And
No.
I'm absolutely saying this, I find, is so important, especially in today's day and age when it comes to just knowing yourself and being aware.
Yeah.
Self-aware and knowing your own limits and being able to balance your own self out.
Yeah.
So, having said that, when it comes to your social media, how do you feel about it? Because as an artist, it can be really difficult. It's a huge platform where you put yourself out there, and it's where you gain a lot of your followers. And I've watched them grow. I've been here from the start.
Oh, come on, Hasha.
How do you make social media work for you?
So I'm still growing in and figure it out and realizing in that. I think it's more me saying to other people, I don't have to be it's more me having to say it and let them understand that it's not by, I don't want to be that person that, let's be real. I mean, there's influences, but I'm not an influencer. Do you understand? I'm just saying I'm an artist, I'm a creative, and an entertainer. So it's not a thing where I should be, how can I put it? Fighting to stay relevant. You know what I'm trying to say? Because my talent is what carries my career. And I feel like now with social media being such an impactful thing, I feel like those ground-rooted foundation things that were set before a couple of years back where, an artist you drop your music and it's about your music. I feel like those are kind of being withered away from because there's so much of, stay relevant. You want me to be TikTok sensation and you want me to be an artist. And you want me to do, big man thing though. Not you really deep and it's just like, well, actually, I'm an artist and and that's I'm an entertainer, but not fighting to stay relevant on social media and constantly because that is once again where you burn out and it's a bit boring, isn't it? It's just so I rather spend time on the quality and what comes out naturally is what comes out naturally for me, but and that's over time me feel like I said I'm feeling it out, still feeling out social media, but more so feeling out the fact that actually I don't need to be intensely if that makes sense. Do I remember making sense? Intensely involved in it because there can be pressures from other people of feeling like you must, but it's like, well, actually I'm not that person and I'm not that person and this is moi, and actually I kind of want to go see my mum today. You know what I mean? Like, yeah, literally.
It's just about staying humble with it, isn't it? Like, not letting it all go to your head.
Yeah.
I think that's one important thing. And like you say, so many people think that they do have to keep up, keeping up with the Kardashians of Instagram. Do you know what I mean? Like,
you know what I mean?
We're not built like this. And it's the more I think that especially young girls do this, it sort of gives them, and I don't want to say false hope, but do you think it gives them sort of like just a level that's just never achievable? Because even the prettiest of girls will look at some posts and stuff and they'll like diminish themselves or like find a fault.
100%. I feel like it's all about taking accountability, because that's the best thing for growth. Because a lot of the time we don't want to take accountability. I myself have been scrolling through social media and like I'll watch myself say out my mouth to this is not recent because I'm on a journey. I'm going to say it's not even that no more. But there was a point where I would turn around to Naomi and I'd be like my best friend, and I'd be like, oh, I need to get my hair done. I feel so clapped. I feel so ugly right now. And it's like, it's not a sense of you're scrolling and you're feeling like, oh, you want to be. No, it's not that. It's just feeling like, oh, everything's perfect. And I'm looking around. I'm like, oh no, I need to get this. It's there. That is there. And that's coming from someone as an artist. And I know it comes from, it happens to a lot of young girls, like you said, people that don't have their platform. And also I feel like, well, for me anyway, there's been times of the pressure of feeling like I must put, not necessarily exactly this, but what I'm eating right now on social media. And when it becomes a thing like that, where it's like, I've woken up, hi guys, I'm awake. Hi guys, this is what I'm having for breakfast. Hi guys, this is what, hi guys. It's like, oh my God. And then tutus, the minute I don't want to do hi guys, are you all right? Is everything okay? So you can't trying to say, it's just like, that's when, so you're right when you're saying it's like you with the Kardashians. It's not that though. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, it's not that, you know what I mean? We're going to, so because I've watched it and seen it like that, where it's something you have to keep up forever, I'm like, no, not really, actually. You know what I mean? You throw up what you want to throw up and it keeps it real. I don't want this thing to be fake. I'm not trying to, it's very easy for you to come out with your natural character of who you are. This is what I've preed. Come out with a character of, it could be like that for myself. I'm only speaking for me. Where you've come out with a character of who you are and then it's branded off of. So it's, and I'm not saying it can't be branded off of, but when it's branded off of a bit too, and then I'm not trying to lose who I am. So that's my reason for my taking my step back. That's my reason for, because I don't want it to be fake. I need it to be, I'm trying to say everything's, yes, there's entertainment there, there's whatever, but a sense of humanizing the person at the same time. And I feel like very easily you could dehumanize yourself without even realizing, or allow people to dehumanize you. And then it comes down to a stage where when now you're saying, they're like, but you can't say that because it's actually the blood running through my veins, you know. It's not for me anyway. It's not been that for me, but I'm going to say that's what I'm trying to protect. And like you said, also putting out that false hope, because there is a big false sense of when you need to get up and look good all the time, or that it's going to be that. And it's really not.
Just glorifying something that's like unrealistic. And when it comes to social media, me being a radio presenter and doing all the bits that I do, I'm a mum of 3 as well. Like, I get busy, I've not got time. When I've got loads of people that are messaging me and they're like, oh, have you checked this track? Have you checked this track? Have you done this? It's like, actually, I do, as much as it might look like I spend quite a lot of time showing you the ins and outs of the backside, I have a life.
You know what I mean? I have a life,
But it's right. People ultimately, when you're quite a big energy and you're quite full of life and you don't mind doing Instagrams and stuff like that, then when you don't do them, people instantly like, oh my God, is she going through something? Is she okay?
Literally, it's like, nah, B. You know what I mean? Like, it's not always that something's wrong. It's just like, no, I'm just kind of chilling, isn't it? I don't really feel like to be on social media. I'm not sad or nothing, but another thing is, and I said it to someone the other day, and when I realized it, I said, basically, as an artist or as someone that, like, for example, my main source of communicating with my supporters is via social media. You are constantly on it. So think about all the things that we see on social media. So even in terms of communicating without wanting to, it's like I have to see all of these stuff that I actually wouldn't have to see. Does that make sense? So I'm scrolling and now I'm watching this and it's like, now I fed the energy. Now I feel sad, or now I feel a bit emo. Now I feel a bit angry. Now I feel, but all these emotions that I don't, I'm trying to say, it's like in this. So when I've realized that, and I'm like, in this world that is actually, because if we lived in the social media world, yeah, that's toxic. Like, you can't say it's not toxic. You couldn't live in there, as in, I'm trying to say, nah, it's just, so it's like, I've had to kind of clock that. When I clock that now, that's my reason for like saying, no, I need to know when I step back. I need to know when, and then there's been days where I've just decided, it's too much, and come off completely. And I realized the world still goes on. I'll be back tomorrow. I'll be back in 2 days. We move, like, you know what I'm going to say? But again, sometimes it could be pressures from other people feeling like, you need to post. And actually, I don't, I don't.
Yeah.
I'll post tomorrow, the next day, actually. Because, you know what I mean? And I love my people. So, and again, I want them to have the best of me. I don't want it to be a thing where I feel like I'm dragging my feet to show face, or someone's forcing me to do this. Like, because again, I do this because I love it. I'm trying to say, actually, I'm in it. It's not like some money thing or whatever. If it was that, we'd be done with it. You understand? So it's like, I love it and I want to keep loving it. And by me keeping loving it.
We'll have made some dosh by now. We've done with it because
it's done.
We've made it.
Or done some crazy stuff. I'm going to say for a quick come up or whatever, but there's purpose behind it and stuff like that. Yeah. And like I said in a tweet, I want to be healthy, Ali, mind, body and soul.
I mean, just going back to the fact that, we've made it now, what's the first thing, just while we're on the topic, what's the first thing that you bought? When you got your first check from like making music and you thought, oh my God, this is serious, I'm making it, I'm doing it.
Do you know what? I wouldn't even put it as like, I've made it though. I wouldn't, like, we're not there yet. We could be there tomorrow. We could be there next week. But I'm saying there's levels to this.
Yeah.
Like, there is levels. Come on. You know what I mean? 100%. Like, the big yard ain't there yet. The big Benz ain't there.
But to get where you are now.
Yeah. No, I know. It's massive now, 100%. 100%.
Yeah.
Glory be to God.
It's about enjoying the journey, isn't it? Like,
yeah, exactly.
Understand that there is levels to it, but still being appreciative of the now, even though it might not be who you are or like you're aiming to be.
Yeah.
This is where you wish to be 12 months ago.
Crazy, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it though, 100%. In terms of what was something what did the first thing I brought? I actually think, it oh wow, it could have been my laptop. It really could be my laptop. It could be my laptop.
Yeah, that's good. My laptop was my first investment when it comes to being radio. It's like, I've got a Mac.
Yeah, I got to have a Mac. It was a laptop. It was actually the laptop, I think. Yes, it was. It actually was.
So when it comes to making the big time, what's like, I mean, for me, I really, really want to buy my granddad a Jaguar. And it's so silly, but Grandma will not let him have a Jaguar. She gets practical. She wants practical. She likes to be able to go to the farm to see the horse every day, do what she's doing. But Granddad dreams of a Jaguar. So one day, hopefully, I'll be able to do that. Have you got anything like that where you think, I really want to set Mum up? Or
so I think definitely, my mum is such a she's a big yard person in terms of lots of people being in one house, and I've realized it. I guess it probably has always been that thing, and I feel like that's how it was when we were growing up, and then there was and then as times have changed, it's kind of changed and it's not that anymore. And I feel like I want to do that again. I want to do a massive house that we've actually never had. We've always had, we've always been all right, you know what I mean? But as in, when I say a little mansion thing, but just like, when I'm talking about bare people in the yard, as in like, you would think it was split into a couple different houses. That, and have it like that. And you know what I mean? And everybody else can have their own other house and whatever, but give back that whole thing, that whole big yard. I want to do that. I actually want to do that. And also I've realized I don't actually mind having a husband and having a big yard, and you got that side and then the family's over that side, and I don't actually mind. I think this is my life. Yeah, so as long as he's fine with, I don't really care. I'm gonna be fine with it. He's gonna be fine with it. Now that I'm 24 now, and I'm like, you know what, There ain't no rush to move. Obviously, I moved out quite a long time ago, but there wouldn't have been no rush, to be honest, because I feel like you have that stage of where you clash with your parents and then you don't anymore. And then when you after that stage is gone, you're like, to be fair, actually, I don't mind getting back in the house. Like, not that I left because me and my mom was clashing or anything, but you know what I mean? You want your space and you do your thing. But I'm just like, what's the reason to move out? I get why there's a thing in some like cultures, it's like, oh, you don't need to move out till you get married, because in reality, why should I actually? For what reason? For what? All these bills and all of that.
See,
why do I need to rush it? Why?
Now I've had the children. I'm like, oh wow, what it'd be like to go back home with no responsibilities.
What would it be like? What would it be like?
I also think, you know, when you've moved out and you've fully moved out for a few years, it's like there's no going back. You can't go back because you're so stuck in your own ways, and you're like, well, mom will hate me if she's not doing that, or she'll, you know what I mean? The friction will start and all that kind of thing. But I mean, a lot of the time I do think, I could actually go back home. And be like, oh, this is easier. We just need a bigger house. Like you said.
There you go. Yes.
Stick one down that end. Stick some down there. I'll have my own little room here in the middle.
Two kitchens. Two kitchens.
Yeah.
Regardless, my mom's coming in there to tell me what to do anyway. She's coming in there. It doesn't matter. She's gonna tell me what to do. But yeah, no, I think now I'm down. I'm down to do it. Like, because I think where we're at, I love I'm a little mummy's girl though. I'm like sometimes a bit too much. Yeah.
Well, that brings me to my next question. With it being Women's International Day or International Women's Day, who is your most inspiring woman in your life?
My mother. It has to be my mother. She's amazing. Like if you everyone's gonna say their mom's amazing in it anyway, but like even my friends that you met, she's really cute. Like she is cute and her heart is full of gold, and she just filled with so much love. Like love, and I've just watched her grow as well, even in like Christ, in like her faith and stuff like that. And she's a good inspiration, a good role model to see how she's done her life. She's done the partying and the drinking and the smoking and everything. And I've just watched her like just be a real G. Like I admire how her heart is like phenomenal. And I feel like for me, the base of anything is actually love first. And that's one thing that I think she carries, and being kind and just like don't get twisted. She can switch and get angry again, and see anything like myself, like you know what I mean. We're a reflection. I'm gonna say no. She can reflect and get angry, but you can apologize. You can apologize, and she can be like, I get you, and that's the same thing with me. You can really do something, and I can really angry at you. You know, if you apologize and you're really, then we move on. Like, and I think she's amazing. Yeah. So my mother.
I love that. I mean, I don't want to be like sexist or anything, or like we're only talking about women. So, give me your favorite male inspiration as well.
Oh, my favorite male inspiration.
Or maybe you.
No, I already got it.
You got it.
I already got it. Yeah.
Go on then. She got it.
It's gonna be one of my brothers. It's gonna be one of my brothers. And that's because he was like a father figure to me as well when I was growing up. My dad actually passed in 2008. So, but my brother is like, and still is like, I've got a brother, and I've got loads of brothers, but one specific brother, and it's just, I don't know, like he's such an amazing dad as well. Like he's got loads of kids, but he looks after every single one of them, and it's just like, I can't explain it, but he's just like a real man. And seeing the way like he's taking care of us and taking care of mom and stuff like that throughout like life, and like made sure the yard's there, made sure everything. Like it's inspiring, and also I think it was a perfect role model to for when I was doing my, because at some point I'm gonna do it. I'm doing everything, and he's a big inspiration, and he's always had me as well. Just because I'm his little sister. But like I said, if I'm saying that's like father, like, so you can imagine why I'm saying that. I think that's he's a big inspiration in my life. And also just the way I see him, he doesn't really complain much. Just kind of gets on with it and just make sure everybody's good. And
I think it matters a lot, like, and you don't realize the effects of having that male, someone to look up to, having them around, even for a girl. I mean, I grew up not really having my dad around so much.
Yeah.
My mum and dad separated from me being young, and my relationship come a lot later in my life with my dad, but we are like cut from the same cloth. Do you know what I mean? Same with my my brothers and my sister. But it's important to have it. So I'm so sorry that you lost your dad, but how amazing for your brother to still be there and still give you that sort of like guidance, or like have just being able to have you back. And
and definitely I would say in terms of like having my back as well, because even here in my grown state, like even my mom says it, like we're definitely like where each other is like homeschooling, like I'm gonna say ROD, like literally but like that's how it's grown up now. But even in terms of like relationships, like that's who I'm going. And the thing is, when I look at it now, I'm like, if I ever listened to Kevin, man, like he was right. You know what I mean? He was right for certain things. Right. So now, if I talk, like, to be fair, I'm waiting on God. Like, I ain't got no time for nobody. Like, it's just marriage now. It's just, and I'm good. But before, I'm just like, it's like, I go to him for everything. Like, I'm asking him everything. I'm telling him everything. I'm showing him pictures. I'm breaking it down. Like, it's that, the transparency is there. Like, I know he's always right. Like, put it that way. He's right, and he's going to judge your character correctly. And he's a joker, isn't he? So he's going to banner it as well.
But being laid back, it's nice, isn't it? Because of it, when you say he just gets on with it, don't whinge about anything.
Yeah.
I think sometimes people like that, you know, that when they do say something, you listen a little bit more.
Yeah.
You know what
I mean, he can win sometimes. Do you know what's crazy? He can win, but me, I go off. I have a go off. No, but you know. And it's just, okay. All right. I don't know. He knows how to handle me, bro. It's crazy. I think he's one of the only people that knows how to handle me. It's so funny. But that's why he's like my ROD, isn't it?
Yeah. So, born in Jamaica, grew up in London, stayed really true to your roots from, you know, what I see that you put out there.
Oh, yeah.
Does it really matter to you what other people think of you?
Of course. I never want to be misunderstood. So my thing is, I need people, I want the transparency of just who I am. Do you know what I'm trying to say? This is who I am. This is me. I'm trying to say, but I never want to be misunderstood. And that's the thing. Another thing about social media as well. You have to know how to work this thing, because you see one thing and people collect it. You know what I mean? So I do care about what people think about me. Do I care about what people think about me to the point where I'm missing sleep? No, I don't want to. I never want to be there. And that's the whole point where I'm doing certain necessary things in myself to make sure it's not that. But no, like, but I don't want to pick that. Like, if the whole world imagine if they see me in one light and that's not my light, that would annoy me. But I'd pray on it. I ain't coming out here crying. Well, I hope to not. Like, you know what I'm saying? I hope to not come on here crying online or something like that. I just really don't want to. It's just like, because actually people are going to say what they want to say anyway. But yeah, so I guess I care. I definitely care. I care about not being misunderstood. But if you get me how I am, and then people don't like it, and it's actually what then I mean, it is what it is.
So how do you build your inner resilience?
Oh, how do I build my inner resilience? Well, my faith. I'm strong on faith. I think it's definitely faith. And reflecting, taking reflection. Yeah, like I think that's the main thing that I've been doing, especially in the last couple of months. I actually really reflected back on life and all the steps and the times, because I feel like where everything was going fast. You're just working. I didn't really get the time to do that. So yeah, reflecting and just staying prayed up, you know, and just reflecting and staying prayed up. And also I have purpose as well. So with the purpose and the reasons why I'm doing what I'm doing, it makes me stay resilient.
Yeah. So what does it mean to you to be a woman? Like, being a woman within industry, within music, like, what does it mean to you to have yourself out there and, you know, I know obviously you said you're not an influencer.
No, but I am. Technically I am, because I do have an influence. Let's be very, very real. You know what I mean? I mean, as in, you know what I'm trying to say? I don't need to show you my dinner.
No, yeah.
But if I want to, I can.
Exactly.
I'm in it this way.
So what does it actually mean to you? Because if you are influencing people.
What does it mean to me? Okay, so that's that. What does it mean to me? First of all, it's a big deal. I said that thing about purpose and morals. And I've been speaking about morals recently because about the reflection thing, I had certain things that it was just like, I'm not going to do for certain reasons. A lot of them was actually the harsh swear words in records. And then as I watch myself do industry, you kind of wither away. That's not to say I don't swear on a normal daily basis. That's not me saying that, but as in there was certain stuff I knew I wanted to put out. And then I started kind of, shifting from people wouldn't say, we say it's not even that deep because look at this person, that person, but I'm saying my morals. And I saw myself shift, and stuff like that. For me, it's the purpose of, I didn't want it to be a thing where I had to be talking about my body or but I do it to a certain extent because I still felt like, you express yourself. But for me anyway, I wanted to have morals. I wanted to be the the transparency of what it really is and not feel like I have to fit into the box of okay, how a female is supposed to come out in the industry, how one's supposed to look, how I'm supposed to behave. Because if that's the case, well then we're just gonna have the same person, just little duplicates of this works for music, so we're gonna have duplicates. So I've always wanted to be who I am, to reflect who I am. So I guess being a woman in the industry for me is being powerful, is being different, is being unapologetically who I am. That's the main thing. Literally, no apologies for me being when I'm crazy or for when I'm having a moody day. I'm so like when I'm having a moody day. Yep, that's how I feel. Because I guess with a male, you can do what you don't really get the much of a. It's just you can feel how you want to feel that day, and so that for me it's about being unapologetically who I am, and also being allowed to make my mistakes and also being allowed to grow. Another thing that I don't feel no way about, and I've never felt any way about, is actually growing in the industry. So I like the fact that I've gone on a 360 that people probably not even seen, from me having certain morals and then having my fun with it, not going over the edge, and then coming back and saying, actually, let me reflect. I kind of want to go back to here because this is what I'm trying to give out to the world.
Do you go to extremes of making sure that your team is equal? Like, have you got as much girls and females and women on your team as boys, men, males? You know what I mean? Okay,
so with me, I don't think so much into it. Everything for me is based off on energy. You know what I mean? I pray on everything. So I can't make it be a thing where I'm looking for, but if there's a certain thing where I want a specific person, then obviously I pray about that as well. But I go off of energies. So I can't actually have somebody around me that, I can't do the clout thing. I can't do it because they're popping, and I'm not gonna. I cannot. And I don't trust human beings. And I just don't feel like they're in your space. And it's just like, nah. And then, the crosses. Anyway, but I can't do that. So for me, it's not necessarily that I try to make sure there's a certain amount. But what I would say is that, funnily enough, for me, I have some powerful people that are around me and that are amazing, that are women and that do their job better than males. And it just is what it is. Like, for example, Karma Cruz, who's my engineer. She's been my engineer since I was about 14, but she's mainly the person that actually records my music. And that's a female, you know what I mean? And that's been and that's because if you ask me who's the best, my best, that's Karma Cruz. Everybody knows that. That's the whole gal. Black Russian, who's one of my managers as well, my TM, my day-to-day, she's a female. So my thing just ends up being a thing where, you know what I mean? And obviously, you got makeup artists and stuff like that. At the moment, I'm currently got someone recently, Belkis. She's amazing as a makeup artist. And so that's going to be amazing. But I don't actually, so for me, it's not a thing where I say, I need to put a certain amount of males, a certain amount of females. Like you said, it's a working together thing, you know what I mean? And for me, it's not that, women are any less than men, I'm trying to say we do our job, we get, come on man, we're creatives. Most of the time I want to run the ship behind and don't act like we're not. No, but it's true. So I mean, of course, the job's gonna, but so, and in terms of like styling, I've worked with Guido Gatti, he's a guy, like as in he's built me up like from when but like I guess I work with different people here and there. But the people that you see closely that I work with, it's an energy thing.
Right, so we've obviously, when it comes to International Women's Day, we've got this issue when it comes to like the gender pay gap. You know, why do you initially think that men will have been paid more than women? Like, what's your view on it? And do you think that there's something that we can do to change it? You know, do you think it's becoming a little bit more equal? Do you think anything's changed over like the last, I don't know, 5-10 years, or since you actually first come into like the music industry? Do you think things have changed for women, maybe, you know, do they get the same recognition within set genres as males do?
So in terms of the being paid less, us being paid less, I don't understand why that was ever a thing. And that's just like, I can't make sense out of it. Barbaric to me. It doesn't make sense to me. It's just clearly you're taking a mick. Like that's me just seeing direct. I can't tell you what the people that created life like that was thinking. I guess it's a way to make us smaller. I don't know, but it's stupid. And for a very long time, I didn't even know that was actually a thing. It's actually in my adult life that I even came to understand stuff like that, and even so much more recently to know that actually still does happen. You know what I'm trying to say? Even in industry, you know, like who was it that came out? There was someone that came out and stated something like that. But in terms of women getting, it's crazy because I feel like a lot of the time what I do see is for women to get that big highlight of recognition. A lot of the time it's actually drama that's driving it. Most of the time it's not just, oh, you know, we're getting the big ups. Most of the time it's drama for it to be a big intense. Whereas a guy, you know, you're gonna get it around. I feel like and also in terms of like the awards and stuff like that, you'll see, like, you know, I mean, when you look at the ratios, and I'm like, but hold on, there's hella girls, what's going on? So I don't know why that's a thing, but I feel like there's always growth happening, but it could be on a much larger scale, and I mean that straightforward. I'm not hiding when I'm saying that, in terms of women actually being supported more, or not even, I don't want to use the word supported, but being credited how they should, being put in the right rooms, for it to make sense, because it's not about support. It's not like no one's not begging for some support. We're out here and we're hard. Yeah, I'm gonna say it, and there's loads. Just the right thing being done. It could be more, and we want more. We 100% want more. I want more. We want more. So yeah, we appreciate what's happening, and the people that are doing and taking the necessary steps to make sure that this is happening, because I'm aware that there is people that are taking the necessary steps and making sure that this is happening. We're highlighting women, but there needs to be more, and and it needs to just be done. It doesn't always have to be, oh, you know, I mean, I'm doing this as women empowerment. Sometimes just do it. Just make sure you're flinging the thing in. And
used to always be really like, oh, I'm winning over here on my own. I'm winning. Don't watch me.
Yeah.
Whereas now, it's like, you know, well done.
Yeah. That's another.
Like, 2 seconds. You know, when it comes to like, people will rave about, it could be someone that's famous, that's really in the limelight, you know what I mean? But you're someone who's just starting out with music, and you've got strangers that'll share your stuff more than even the people who are like close around you. Like,
true.
How are you even someone's friend if you're not shouting about them? If you're not like, you know, supporting them? Yeah.
You know, no, my friends do. That's just why I big up the people that run this shit, because my friends, they shout about me, they support me. But sometimes as well, it's asking. Another thing, I had to say this to someone the other day, because sometimes people be looking around, and a lot of artists, they just be like, oh yeah, but I'm not begging no one for nothing. I send my friends, I say commento. They know commento, it means comment.
Next level and Talking Roots, the new EP, the Red Room intro, Gyal Inna Britain. One of the tracks on here, I mean, there's a couple of tracks on here that, like, I say old tracks, like 2017 tracks. The first track that you come out with back in 2017 was Gold, yeah?
Oh, Gold's not on it, though. Gold's not on it.
Gold's not on it, but it was one of the first tracks that you come out with. Yeah,
17 years.
That was a tune, that was an absolute track. 6-7 even did the cover of it, didn't it?
Yeah, he did.
So
Good.
like made a bit of a storm, come up in style, like let everyone know who we are and whatnot. I love it. But just take me through a few of the tracks. So you've got like track 1, Take It to Them, which is probably one of my favourites.
Oh,
I like it. But it's got a story. It's got a story behind it. So the actual EP cover itself is from a book.
Amazing Grace, by Mary Hoffman. The original illustration, Caroline Blinch.
Right. Got it.
Yep. You want me to talk a bit about it?
Tell me.
So for anyone that also is listening as well, the cover of the art is a recreation of a book called Amazing Grace. This was a book that I had read when I was in year 2, and it was the first and one of the only books that had a black girl on the cover, that had someone that looked like me on the cover, and we was reading a story in school, and also the actual context of it touched on colorism and sexism as well. So just to give a bit of a breakdown, the main character in the book is Grace, and Grace wanted to be Peter Pan in the school play. And her people were like, they're like, you can't be Peter Pan because Peter Pan's a boy. And then she's like, but she wants to play the role of Peter Pan. And then someone else is basically saying that she can't be Peter Pan because she's black and Peter Pan's not black. And in the end, the teacher said, okay, we're all going to play. We're all going to rehearse. Everybody's going to rehearse to be Peter Pan. And the best Peter Pan will be Peter Pan. So everybody rehearsed, and Grace was the best Peter Pan. And for me, that stuck with me forever throughout life. And you can see why. It's such a powerful story, powerful topic. But that stuck with me as a young girl straight through to my adult life, especially in terms of industry, with a lot of people saying stuff like, those backhanded compliments of, oh, you probably won't, get somewhere, but like to a certain extent, because obviously it's skin color. And it's an easy thing to make you, if you play that in your brain, and I've always said this, if you play that on your brain, you can really start believing it, I'm trying to say, and start fighting the fight. So for me, I've always kept that book with me. And also even people trying to control how I did my music, because I dabble into dancehall, hip hop, pop, rap, grime, literally whatever. I can do whole ballads, I do literally everything. Literally. That's me. So like for me, doing the recreation of the cover and putting my face as Grace was it's my way of, I can be whatever I want to be. I can be whatever I want. And I just wanted everybody to reflect that. And I've always wanted the cover to be so powerful and for it to make sense and stand for who I am. And I wanted everybody to understand it. So that was my reason. And it's actually my favorite book as well.
Well, you did that because I definitely think it does speak volumes, and especially the fact that you can go back to how you identified as a child and how you've used that experience going forward and being like, you know what, Gyal Inna Britain, I can be anyone who I want to be.
Exactly. And even to touch on, because in terms of it being International Women's Day, in the book, being it touching on sex, it's also saying as well, like how we said before, she auditioned to be Peter Pan, and she was the best Peter Pan. So it didn't really matter if Peter Pan was a boy or a girl. She was the best Peter Pan regardless. You know what I'm trying to say? It's like, I'm going to do Peter Pan better than Peter Pan. No offense to Peter Pan. You know what I mean? So
thank you so much.
Thank you so much, Lucy. God bless you.
Thank you so much. Interview with Alicai Harley. Get to know International Women's Day.
Big up the good body girl then.